longer workout videos where it's more follow along, get the demo, the explanation, and hopefully ways to progress or modify it at your level base. So full body kettlebell workouts, kind of starting more beginner, but also it's scalable. So you're able to do whatever feels right for you. Starting with our warm up, we're gonna start all fours. And just kicking one leg out to the side. You can do a few cat-cows to warm up through the spine, but then we're gonna go into some adductor rock backs, so that one leg's gonna be kicked out to the side, toes straight ahead. Exhale as you rock back. Going for as many as feel good here. So I typically do about like 5 to 6. Taking an exhale, and then holding it back center. We're gonna lift that same side arm up towards the ceiling with an inhale. And then exhale, round and try to get the shoulder down towards the ground. Same thing here, go for as many reps feel nice for you, just warming up the body. Then the hand's gonna come down. I'm gonna step that foot forward so it's wide and as far forward as we can to get the stretch into the hips. I'm gonna curl the back toes under and lift the back knee and tap it down. Holding that last one, or you could keep the knee down. We're gonna lift the arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale and hug it under, same thing. And then we're just switching our sides. So opposite leg kicked out, toes straight ahead. Exhale as we rock the hips back. Inhale as you come back forward. It feels so weird not working out with music. I kind of hate it, but here we are. I don't think YouTube allows that. So if anyone's watching this and knows how to fix that, or knows how I can still listen to music, please let me know. Foot's gonna come forward. We're gonna curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, and tap it back down. Hold in the last one, lift it up, exhale, hug it under. All right, so kind of just warming up through the body. This is the exact workout I ran for people on Saturday that come from all different levels. The way you could scale it and make it harder is either using assistance, going lighter, using different props to help bring the ground up to you, and things like that I'll try to explain. But we're gonna go into deep squats. I'm gonna make sure that this is on me. All right, so I'm gonna hold on to something. I'm gonna bring my feet wide, toes straight ahead, inhaling down, pushing the knees out and trying to get my hips towards my heels. And then back up for 10. Sitting into it, exhale, pushing the ground away. Trying to feel your inner thighs kind of lift up as you stand. For 4. 1, 10. And then I like to do some iso. So split lunge iso. Again, you could hold on to something for support. I'm gonna bring one leg back. That hip's turned in, and I'm just gonna lower it down so both knees are about 90 degrees, holding it there. And again, you can hold on to something out in front of you, holding it for 10, for 3, 2, and 1. And then just switching that out. Leg back, hip turn in, lower it down, hold it. Chest up, sitting into this front hip, for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right, getting into the kettlebells. So, grabbing a moderate to heavier size, we're gonna start with the deadlift. With the deadlift, you're pushing the ground away. So like squat is more vertical where you're sitting down and standing up. The deadlift is more hinged, so it's horizontal where you're reaching back and then pushing the ground away to stand back up. So with the deadlift, I'm gonna set it up inside my heels, 2 hands on. I'm gonna pull myself down towards the ground by anchoring myself to the bell. And then my arms are just the straps. My legs and my hips are doing all the work. From here, I'm gonna push the ground away, come up tall, and then reaching back towards my heels again, sending the hips back and back up. Inhale, reach, exhale, push. Gonna go for 10. 4. Another thing with it is if you have a logo on your shirt, you want to see it out in front of you the whole time. So as my hips reach back, you're still seeing the logo on my shirt because my shoulders are engaged My lats are on, and it's my hips really doing that drive and work rather than like bending down with your upper body. So going for 10 there, and then we're going to translate that into the clean. So using the feet and kind of producing more power from your deadlift. Deadlift is your strength, the clean is your power, being able to express that strength. So you could go lighter with it, or keep it at that moderate to heavier weight because you want to have to use your feet and not be able to just like upper body it up. So same setup position where it sits nice and close. You're gonna drop your hips down, and then I'm gonna push the ground away with my feet to jump it up. From here, I'm gonna drop it back down, catch, jump it back up. Going for 5, 2, 1 more. Holding it there, look through the horns, and then we're gonna stand on one leg and switch. Just going for a nice steady march, feeling your core, feeling that single leg position. For 4, 2, 1, and then we'll drop that back down and shake it out. Last thing we're gonna add in is a high plank. So, I lied to you. We're gonna go all 4s. We're gonna lift the knees up to hover, and from here, we're gonna push back for a down dog. Exhale, inhale, come back to that hover. Feel your core, your quads, your arms are long, shoulders are back. Exhale, push it back. For 3, and 1. And then drop your knees, shake it out, and we're gonna do 2 more rounds of that. So just warming things up, getting things turned on, starting to get a little bit more snappier with the deadlift into the dead clean. And then we have a single leg switch. So this is all 1 round of just our movement activation. So the single leg switch, I think, is a great base. We're kind of learning how to have more confidence in the jumping and being able to like push through your legs or your feet. So I always set it up with the pole or a wall where you're in a push-up position, so the hips are through. You're on the balls of your back feet. We're gonna go 1 knee up to our chest, and from this standing leg, you're gonna push out of the standing leg to switch. So I'm pushing out of this hip to switch. Still staying tall, pushing out, switch. So 8 to 10 there. And then breathe in, that's our first round. You can pause it, because I really don't want to do it again. My nose is running and I don't have music. Pause it and go through that 2 to 3 more times. And then we get into the fun stuff. So from there, I go into the strength portion, where it's going to be goblet squats. We got squat hops, squat clean, and a heavy push press, and then some more core. So each move is basically going to potentiate the next. If you're more of a beginner and you're kind of just learning these things, don't think of it as a potentiation thing, just think of it as a bigger circuit. But yeah, grab a sip of water. We're gonna need, if you wanna do a potentiation thing, you would do like light, medium, heavy, 3 different bells. I'm gonna start a little bit heavier with the goblet squats, and that goblet squat's just gonna be weight at the chest. So once you have the clean and the squat down, you're able to do the goblet squats. All right, so weights coming to our chest. We're gonna hold it there. We're gonna inhale, sit into it, exhale, stand back up, going for 10. Think about pulling your hips down towards the ground, pushing the knees out, getting your butt down towards the heels, chest staying up. For 5. 10, and then shake that out. I'm getting warm. So, then we got some squat jumps. If you don't feel like you're at a point where you should be jumping yet, what you can do is either hold on to the support, like I showed you before, going for 10 little tiny hops here, Or you could even go squat, up on the toes. Drop it back down, squat, up on the toes. Something I did for my class was I set them up with blocks. So you just start from an elevated position. You use a chair, bench, hit the feet up, sit back down, hit the feet up. Two more. So 5 total. Then you'll breathe, let your heart rate come back down. Again, if you're doing those tiny hops, you could probably do maybe 10, depending on how everything feels, mechanics-wise, you know, exertion. I somehow feel dead. Maybe I'm going quick. I don't know. But then we're going to go for a squat clean. So, putting the two together, clean and the squat. 2 hands, I would keep the same weight. Single arm, I would go down a little bit lighter. So I'm going to show it to you both ways. 2 hands, just like our regular clean, but we're going to jump it up to our chest and take a squat. So 2 hands, drop the hips down, chest up, arms are on, bells right in line with my heels, up to the chest, catch it in a squat, back up, drop it back down. Catch, squat, up. For 5, well 10 total, 5, 5. So 5 cleans, 5 squats. If you want to take it single arm, I just need a second to breathe. Single arm, you're going to go lighter. So this is the way I do it. First round, I would start lighter and go 5 and 5. Second round, I would go up in weight, reps would drop. So my goblet squats, maybe I'd take to 8. My squat cleans, I would take to 4 and 4, 3 and 3. The push press, same thing. So I'm going up in weight and the reps come down. In the beginning, with the lighter weights, you're really just working on the mechanics of it all, the movement quality, being able to actually express the power and the strength at the same time and making it look sharp rather than just going through the motions. I think that's a cool thing about the kettlebell training is it's more athletic than just, you know, standing there doing bicep curls. Like you're getting triple extension with your feet, you're using different qualities, you're being able to react and decelerate and absorb and produce and all the things that, you know, as we get older, those are the things that are quickly lost. So if you don't use it, you lose it. So let's go over the single arm squat clean. Sorry for my nose being so stuffy. Allergies. Alright, single arm. It's going to be the same exact mechanics. I have so many different videos showing you how to do the single arm clean, how I'd set it up. This is just my first take of a full-on workout video and seeing how it goes. Hopefully this is even recording, and hopefully you can even hear me. But the single arm clean, right? So it's going to set up right inside my right heel. I'm going to drop my hips down, I'm going to pull the shoulder back. We're going to jump this bell up to my shoulder. From there, we're going to take a squat and exhale up. We're going to drop it back down, keeping that elbow attached to my ribs on the way down so I'm not throwing it away. And then jump it back up, squat, and stand. Show it to you from the side, drop it down nice and close, up, squat, stand. Show it to you on the left, so inside my left heel. Think about pulling that elbow back on the way up like a row. So as soon as my elbow comes to my belly button, I'm pulling it back and the bell's revolving around my wrist. So with my lighter one, 5 times each side. And then we're gonna breathe. And then we got our last, no it's not, but last weighted one, where we're gonna put it together for a push press. So the push press is you using your feet and jumping the weight up overhead. You're not like using all your might and keeping it strict press. You're letting that free elasticity and energy and coiledness produce strength. I hope that made sense. But, so, it's meant to be a heavy push press because that all kind of just potentiated that quickness and elasticity to be able to use the strength to go up overhead. So with the push press, same thing. If this is the first round, I would start it lighter, really nail the movement using the feet, dip and punch, getting triple extension 5 times on each side. As I keep going, I would go medium for the next round, 3 and 3, and then heavy for the last one, and maybe that's 1 and 1, maybe it's 2 and 2, depending on how you feel that day and the weight selections you got. So let's go for our push press, right? We're gonna clean it up to your shoulder. I'm gonna dip down, dip, and punch tall at the top. You could either do this a couple ways, where you pull it down nice and slow, really working the eccentric, so you're working more of the upper body strength and even your core being able to maintain tension and pulling it down slow. Another way you could do it is the dip and punch, and then we could soft knee it, so you're working that same absorption, pull it down, soft knee, stand it back up, because this is a push press where we have the reset. The Viking press is more of the catch, push, catch, push. This one we're gonna pull down, reset each time to jump it back up. So going with 5 later for our first round, clean it up to the other side, dip, punch, pull that down slow, reset, dip and punch again, getting tall at the top, soft knee, or pull it down slow. Five, and then breathe. That's really it for the weight circuit, and then I like to throw in some core at the end to kind of chase it with. So I'll either do like, on Saturday I did lateral shuffles with side plank dips, a ladder. Sometimes I'll do single arm swings with some core. Depends on the day, you know, how things are moving and grooving. But keep it simple, because I am like beat from that one set, because it's just training different qualities rather than doing 10 squats, 5 presses, 5, like you're using each movement to get you lit up for the next. So I'm gonna pair this with some side plank dips. First round I'm gonna start with 20 dips total. Next round I'm gonna go with 16. Third round I'm gonna do 10 to 12. And on your forearms, elbows in line with the shoulders, we're gonna dip one hip down and then back to the other side like you're drawing a rainbow. Exhaling as you twist. And then I'm gonna take a minute or two, I'm gonna drink up my Celsius, have a sip of water, and then I'm gonna hit round 2 and round 3. And as you get more advanced too, you can be able to put it together, which I think if I do more workout sessions like this, we'll be able to put it together, and I'll have more attention span to blow my nose and whatnot. And yeah, I hope that all made sense. So what I would do is pause it, maybe even go back. I'll write down, if I can, over the top what the circuit was. So it's the goblet squats, the squat jumps, squat cleans, either 2 hands or 1 hand, and then a push press. And then our core plank dips, that will all decrease in reps with each round.